Hi, everyone. Welcome to another episode three of the BHS Podcast. We're back again for another one. Um,
Again and again.
again and again. So we're gonna try to see how this one goes. Like our goal was to make it an hour. That was like standard podcast stuff was like an hour. But I'm like in the sense of like we're just starting out stuff like that. I think we can probably get it to like uh 30 minutes to an hour. If we have something we can talk about for an hour, we are. But if it's to 30 minutes, 30 minutes is definitely long enough for whatever we go with today, or
Mm.
just in general. So, like typically our podcast is going to be just whatever we feel like it, like always. But then if it goes 30 minutes, goes 30 minutes, goes an hour. But yeah,
Whatever we feel like, to be
yeah, whatever we feel
honest.
like, kind of like going from like what that is. But yeah, today we're kind of going to keep it like kind of light today. For what we're going to talk about. Today, we're going to talk about like our friendship. Um, because our friendship, like I don't know, like I feel like with people and stuff like that, like it's hard to like keep uh I guess like a real friendship for like a very very long time for a good bit without arguing, without having no issues, no drama, no anything. So
Yeah. I mean, like my thing, like you by far are definitely one of my longest lasting friends. Cause like I know some people they're like, oh, well, I've been friends with so and so since elementary school, or I've been friends with Jimmy since high school, and I'm like, like if I saw somebody
yeah,
who was like who I went to school with, like in high school, I might say hi,
yeah,
but I'm not like it's not like we're anybody super close though or
yeah. I
anything.
think we're super close. We've definitely had like trust and like a lot of things that kind of like happen that we had to have like that big trust. If we don't have that trust, then a lot of things would have failed. A lot of things would have been like a good argument stuff because like it's a lot of like we have a lot of trust in each other with that thing. So
Definitely.
especially with us being roommates for like 5 years. So like that's when like money comes involved and like when a lot of times when money slash business slash anything like that, that's when things start get iffy and like if you don't have that right mindset or anything like that, it kind of makes it very hard to deal with. So
Definitely. And it's one of those things where we were friends. I want to say we were pretty close. Because I was a year ahead of you. I want to say I was a year ahead of you,
you
right?
were, yeah,
And we were like say like we were acquaintances. I would say,
yeah,
um, for like at least maybe the first year or
first half
maybe
year,
the first couple years or so.
yeah,
Like say hi, whatever. And then I think we really started to hang out more when we were I was roommates with one of our other friends, Luar,
yeah.
and then it just kind of I don't really know when it clicked though.
Ping
I don't
pong.
ping pong
I know exactly when it happened. In the student center, ping pong, and we
and foosball
yeah, foosball too. I
and
think
foosball.
foosball was big because foosball was like our thing because like no one would play foosball and we would just mainly just
We would be doing like back to back to back
yeah because no
competitions.
one wants to play foosball. It was like a ping pong table, a pool table, and a ping pong table, and then
Yeah,
like a lot of people like lined up for the ping pong. But ping pong was fun, especially when we were there. But like foosball was our thing. Like foosball was like we would go at it and like we would like kind of like have fun with that.
yeah.
And then we would just talk shit to each other. The funniest thing with that though is like how many people thought we actually hated each other.
Yo,
Cause
there were
like,
so many parties where they were like they need to get away from each other.
cause like in a sense like I like we would argue like we would cuss each other out and like just walk away. We won't apologize. We won't laugh. We would just cuss each other out and just like just go at each other and then just walk away. And that's like a big thing with us was just like it was just a fun like little thing with that. So it was definitely a fun experience with that. And like I said, I'm always down for like banter and always down for anything with that. So
And you were one of the first people I could really like argue with and be like, all right, I can say X, Y, and Z, and it's not going to be an issue.
yeah, I don't like I love like arguing with people. Like I have to be careful who I do it with. Like you're saying right there, you couldn't figure out like who to do that with.
I
But
mean,
like
it takes time.
yeah, and like some people will like take things. I think take certain words, certain things based on like their own personal experiences or like whatever happened in their life. Um, but we just basically like we just would just cuss each other out, and no matter what, we would just do whatever we can for it, and it would be
Mm.
we would just go from there. So like it could be anywhere really. It could be like in the middle of like the just us walking by each other and just like cussing each other out and just like
It's not like sometimes just yelling like at a party, going back and forth,
yeah
and like just be like, "All right, you good? Good? All right."
yeah yeah, and just kind of like like but the thing is like even like now like we would like cuss each other out and stuff like that because like whenever I'm like on when I'm ever streaming and stuff like that, and I'll just and I think a lot of people like know now that that's just our relationship in that
Mm.
sense because I literally will cuss you out and you'll cuss me out and then just we'll go about our way, then we'll be fine.
Yeah.
But like a lot of people aren't used to that. If somebody new to us, then they would not like.
It takes some time for a second. It's like, oh, that's just what they do,
Yeah,
and then once they kind of get used to it,
yeah.
it was
'Cause
fine.
we've done crazy stuff before. Like we've done like slap boxing before.
Yeah, there is a video somewhere on GroupMe.
No,
Like
no, it's on my phone.
it's on. Oh shoot.
It's on my phone because I keep it just in case you talk shit. So I love having that right there. So I love having it because like whenever I'm like, all right, you want to stop box? Because I won. So
Yo, the crazy part was that was like right the day right before your graduation too.
Yeah, so if I got a blackout during graduation, I was like, we're going to just deal with it.
At that point, it's like,
I never been in a real fight. I know I have the ability to like hold my own, but then I'm just like, well, let's just see how it goes and just kind of do it. And just it was fun. We were drinking and we were just having a good time. And then I shook his hand 3 times. I said, "We're good, right? Like this is like something that I wanted to do because like
you were like you and like some of our other friends will bring that up every once in a while. They be like,
I bring it up more so just because it's fun because like it's like a little thing, but it's like more so just like I'd make sure that you know like if I lose, I'm not gonna take it hard. If you lose, don't take it hard. I didn't know what was gonna happen. I didn't know what was gonna happen with it. But I wasn't like if you knock me out, like you knock me out, and I'm just like I had to deal with that. Like I wasn't going to like be upset. I wasn't gonna be mad, but I just knew that was gonna be a thing. So I was just like I have to make like I think that's the biggest thing. It's like my biggest thing with our whole thing is like communication. Like just knowing like all right, we communicate like this is gonna be good. This is what's happening, and then we like no hard feelings. Like if you want to take hard feeling before we do it, let's not do it. So
nah.
like,
But I remember once like it was like our first year living together, and
Mhm.
I remember I was like, cause we cause like I said we've been friends for a long time, and we really wanted to be roommates. I was in Raleigh, you moved to Raleigh. We finally found a place that we both like, and it took some it took some adjustment to like really kind of know how we both kind of operated.
yeah,
And I remember one time, like one of the things that used to drive me crazy was when you would like leave the trash outside, and I'd be like, "This motherfucker right here."
like I only leave it outside the house. I live it like outside.
No, like sometimes there would be like a trash, like
Yeah,
I
right
would
down
see
the
like
hallway.
trash. No, I would see like outside the door, and I was like, "This motherfucker right here."
I never left it out the door. I never left it outside the door. I left it always in that hallway. I never left it outside because that's when like animals can come. So I never did that. Not outside the door.
See, I don't know if it was you or if it was Taylor, but I remember one time specifically, I saw like the bag outside the door,
That wasn't me.
and I was like, we live in the woods.
Yeah.
There, like some animals, like all it says is like one animal, and then we're gonna have all these animals
Yeah.
come through. But I remember we like I was upset about that.
Yeah, it wasn't me for sure. I live in a hallway. Unless like I don't remember from 5 years ago that I did it, but like I know for a fact like I just put it in the hallway. So like it must have been her.
Yeah.
So like that like and
But I remember I remember we argued about that. But outside of that though,
it wasn't really an argument. It was really just like you need
frustration.
Yeah, frustration. It's different. It's like we didn't argue. You more so were just like, can you not do that? And I was like, okay. Like
Yeah.
I make sure I clean it up and like stuff like that. And I think the only time you got frustrated again was like one day when I was streaming, I was being loud and you just couldn't sleep. And then you was like, can you shut up? And I was like, yo, what the fuck?
Yeah,
You apologize, but then it was just more so just like you was having a bad day, which I like. I was confused that night. I was confused the night of, but then you text me next day. I was like, sorry, like I was just frustrated, couldn't sleep, stuff like that. So like communication, like it takes like I was like, what the fuck? I was like,
because I remember that on that specific night, like I woke up at least 3 different times.
yeah,
And like I finally felt like I could actually like it was like one of those. I woke up like I like went to sleep,
yeah,
woke up, and I was like, dang it. Went back to sleep like a few minutes later, woke back up, and I was like, dang it. But I kept hearing you.
yeah.
So I was like, it happened one more time, and I was like,
You text me.
this is like at this point, this is the common denominator. I keep hearing you.
Yeah. I just remember getting the text like, "Can you shut up?" I was like, "What the fuck?" And I was like, "I don't know." Like, I was like, "All right, I get it." Sometimes I do get loud. I have headphones, and noise canceling headphones. I don't hear things through. But like, I was just like, "What's your deal with that?" And it's just like, I was like, "Whatever." But I was just like, next day he was like, "Yeah, I just had a bad night and stuff." Like that. But that was the only time you really said anything.
Yeah.
I try to be like conscious of it. Sometimes I'm like, I get in the mood and like. Sometimes you just get in that zone where you just yell and stuff like that.
Yeah. Oh no, I remember one time when like you first started really streaming and like I remember I woke up and I was scared because like you yelled loud enough to like shake the walls.
Damn, that's crazy.
And I was like,
I'm not gonna lie, I don't
I
know.
was like, what the heck just happened?
I don't know where I need to get that passion back because like I haven't done that in a while. Where like I've been like that hyped of something, but I also like don't want to, so I don't like want to deal with neighbors and stuff like that. So like I get it. I get like very happy with stuff, but like yelling like I used to get like super hyped. I haven't had that moment in a while.
You
that
like
was a fun time.
it like you like I don't know what happened. I don't know if you won a tournament. You just had a good shot.
I mean, it was probably a good play. It was a good clip or something.
Yeah,
it was like something.
I remember you were like you showed me the next day, and I was like, yep, that's exactly when I woke up.
Yeah, it was a clip then. If I showed you next day, it was a clip. It was for sure a clip at that point. So like yeah, I've had, like I said, I haven't had those moments in a while. I try not, and I also try to control myself. I've had time to control myself with like, so I don't be too loud because I get conscious of like if I'm too loud, like I wish I could like, manage like my voice like to like be like a little bit like don't get too hyped, but I still want to get hyped because it's fun. But like yeah, I don't also the walls. I think they're not that thick, so like you definitely hear them through it. So definitely not try to do it too much, but it occasionally happens, and I get like with the gaming and stuff like that, you have your moments of that. So
yeah, no, definitely. But I remember that one a few years ago, and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
But I mean, like really though, we like. I like because people will tell me ask me all the time. They're like, how do you live with your roommate for after 3 years, after 4 years, after 5 years?
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's really one of the easiest things to do because like you will go like we will talk. I'll be cooking or watching TV or whatever.
Yeah.
Talk for a minute. You do your thing. I do my thing. I might come in here to mess with you.
Yeah.
And we keep it moving.
Yeah. We don't like. And like I'm very to myself, so like I'm always to myself. I think the biggest problem that we would have is like Paul trying to get me out. So that's the biggest thing. And I try to like go out sometimes, but for me I have to like I like to be myself. So like a lot of times I'm very like isolated. I can get along with a lot of people with that. Like I'm just like I don't like to go out, do stuff and do anything. So I just kind of just basically just don't have to have a response or to have to do anything. You don't have to worry about me. But some people like to have that interaction, and like I said, we do have it, but I don't have it too often though.
Yeah. See, I know like one of my favorite things like recently is like when we do go out like to Legends or wherever, like people will be like, "Oh, you're a pastor."
Yeah.
How do you get along? How do you get along with your roommate?
Yeah.
And like it turns like this whole other conversation.
Yeah, I always bring that conversation up because it's a fun conversation to have because I love to see people's face when I say that too because I am transitioning and stuff like that, and then people are just like, so how'd your roommate feel about it? I'm like very supportive, like messes up sometimes, but it's something that's
We
kind of
gotten better.
you're getting better for sure, but also it's like it's something that's like it takes some people some time and like in the sense is like just try to correct and kind of keep it moving because it's like something that's new to some people and it's hard for some people to grasp that, which I understand, but definitely definitely like a big move with that. So
Mm.
but yeah, on that note too, like my job just actually just changed my email to like the Eve, so they changed
Oh
it.
snap!
So they changed like the official email. So like anytime I send emails out, it's not very confusing with it. So that's something I got that happened with that. So
Mm.
that was nice. Nice little like message I got today from my manager. So it was kind of good. But no, yeah.
Wait, so they're gonna have the like the name and the pronouns too,
They don't have
or
the pronouns, but I haven't set that up either. So,
oh,
but
that's like one of those email signature
yeah,
things.
email signature. I
Ah,
haven't set that up. So that's just something I would have to do. But just like whenever you have your name at the company stuff, it was my old name. Now it's
oh,
they
okay.
changed that. They went and changed the profile for that. So that's I love that my job is like very supportive and very um good with that. So I'm very like appreciative of that. So
Nah,
um
definitely.
but yeah, so it's just kind of doing all that and then we've been like I said 5 years has been a while and like we were supposed to do this last year. We could have done this like we could have been on year 2 at this point. We just never really set it up. We didn't really just do anything, but kind of I think this is the best time to do it just because like one technically he is still my roommate, but he's moved in with his girlfriend and stuff like that. So like I mainly just I he signed the lease and stuff like that. So both our names are still under, and I'm just paying the majority.
And I was popping in
Yeah,
every like once like every few days.
but like it was like friendship like that. He trusted me to like make that payment, and then like kind of like if anything goes wrong, like this month, like I didn't really have all of it right now, but like I usually will. It's just more so just like my car. I had like a car problem this whole month. It's like one thing happened, the next thing happened, the next thing happened. I'm just like
Did it ever get fixed?
yeah, I got it. I went home this weekend, so I got that fixed. So hopefully the last thing.
Oh, that's
So
good.
we'll see how that goes. But yeah. Uh but yeah, it's just like kind of like the communication. I let him know and stuff like that. Like whenever I'm like I'm going to pay back, or if it's going to be a couple months for me to pay back. Like I kind of just like I'm just like yo, this is happening. I got you in a bit. So
And I mean that's one of those things where like I like but it goes back to what you just said about communication. It's like like if like first like the first year it was definitely like the all right this is adjustment
yeah,
like kind of more or less like the an adjustment period, and then it's like it's just one of those things where it's like all right like I'm not worth like year 2 year 3 year 4
yeah,
I'm like
yeah,
like I know you got me.
yeah.
It's not like oh shoot or
Yeah,
anything like
I've
that.
literally have like not paid him intentionally for 3 months and kept the money in my bank account just to see how long it would take him to ask me for the money.
Yo,
Like,
whenever like when you did that,
yeah,
like the bank was like, oh, what are you? What she like? She was like, what did you do to get this money? And I was like,
they
it's
did
my
that.
roommate money. Like yeah, like they asked me because
Uh,
it was like $1,000.
uh,
Yeah,
I didn't know they ever asked you. I just
yeah,
like,
no, like they asked me. I don't know if she was supposed to, but like she did.
I don't know if they're supposed to or not. I like, I don't care. I'm very open as like we can talk like we now like I will talk about like anything financial, anything like struggling, anything I will
Mm,
like talk about. It's I'm very like I'm very upfront. I don't really hide anything. I don't really like keep stuff personal and stuff like some stuff that can kind of get me in I guess not trouble but like danger more so if somebody like trying to like find out where I live or stuff like that or trying to figure out different things like that like it's kind of the things I won't spill out but if it's like something like basic like just basic information like money and stuff like that, I will be open about like all of that stuff
yeah,
but yeah it's just kind of just and that, some people like to hide stuff and like not say anything but it's just kind of just going from there so I think that's my biggest pro is like I'm very upfront sometimes, but
yeah,
the con of that can be too much upfront. So,
yeah.
um,
Yo, so like that one of the things I want to mention, like so me and Jackie we took that was like a late version of her like my Christmas gift to her.
mhm.
Which speaking of, Your Christmas gift is still like I got Pope Christmas gift back in like early December.
Yeah,
Still haven't gotten it. Still trying. Like at this point, I'm just gonna be like, you know what? Let me get a refund and like
yeah,
get something from Hikeline or something.
yeah.
But
Probably best.
at this point, it is.
Probably. I was like thinking about it too. I was like, damn, that
It's
hasn't came in.
it's been a minute. Like the person was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry," blah blah blah.
Yeah,
They were like all professional, but I'm like, that's cool. I still need this though.
yeah. It's like they didn't give you no timeline or anything with that. Like
No,
nothing.
they just told me that they seen that like when they checked it, it was a bunch of like delays because like I guess like I don't know why I didn't pay attention that it came out of Singapore, but apparently Singapore was the like got a bunch of delays in their ports apparently.
Gotcha.
So if you order something, it might not be here for a
Oh
few
yeah,
months.
cause my gift to my friend that I sent got delivered last week. So
Damn,
so like my gift I ordered like 2 weeks ago was ordered like last week. So
damn.
and that came from another country as well. So like it was just like yeah, it was like and I was like mine was easily shipped.
I was like,
So I was like
shit.
yours stuff it just never came.
Yeah. Nah, but like we went to this one like this cooking spot.
Mm.
Everybody up was from New York, right?
Yeah.
It's always like it's interesting to me because like with you moving pretty soon, like I'm curious about like your thoughts on this
Mm.
because they were like, oh well, we can't find we can't find a good New York restaurant. We can't find any good New York restaurants or any Italian restaurants. They're like one woman was like, I can make better pizza than like a lot of these fancy spots. And
Yeah.
I was like, dang.
Man,
Like I mean, I don't know where you've been going, but you that's a lot.
yeah.
But I was just curious. Like I'm assuming that you're gonna say no, but do you think you might have a similar culture shock? You're gonna be like, oh well, I can't find any good barbecue. I can't find any good like southern food or whatever out here.
I don't think I'll have that. Um, I don't think I would have that like experience because like I think mainly from I guess like from family cooking probably, but like from just like in the general like um spot like that, I don't think I'll have that problem because a lot of times I just eat like I've been like either eating fast food and stuff like so everywhere has that, and then and that's fine. And then if I cook anything out there, probably would be better than my cooking. I can cook decently, but like I'm not the best cook. So I'm not gonna say best. I'm just like I just do a standard cooking stuff. So,
Yeah.
but anything that I would eat would be like that. But I don't think I'll get that. I think if I try something I've tried before and it's not good, like if I try like the southern like yams or anything like that, like more southern food, I probably will be like, I don't like it.
Yeah.
I just want to eat there. But like that's the only probably the only culture shock. I think the biggest culture shock that I would have would be the cold because I'm planning on
I was
moving.
about to say like
Cold would be the biggest culture
the
shock.
cold like I feel like I mean you get used to it, but I know like that first winter it's gonna be harsh.
That first winter.
It's gonna be some getting used to right there.
Yeah, that first winter will be tough. So I think that would be the biggest problem is like the winters would be so bad because yeah, I've never experienced negative degree winters. I've never experienced anything like that. So
Another thing too, like let me ask about this, like just in terms of I don't know how hot or humid it gets up there.
mhm.
However, with it already being like high altitude as well,
Yeah.
like if like when you running or even walk, I feel like even walking like will be difficult at a few different points.
Yeah.
But like that would also I feel like that would also be a little bit difficult too.
Yeah, it takes some time trying to breathe and stuff. So that will be a culture. You gotta take it slow. You just gotta like adjust to the air and then go from there. So like it's definitely will be like you have to like calm it down. Like I won't be probably if I get to the point where I'm running like 5 or 6 miles, I probably would have to run like 2 or 3 just to get used to it, or at least run a mile and then kind of go from there. But like but yeah, you have to like get that culture shock. So
Yeah.
of like or that culture of like not even culture. That's like more altitude training. So like people do altitude training, so theirs is gonna be a little thick and stuff like that. And especially when I'm moving, it's definitely gonna be a something you have to adjust to. But I think, but then when I come back down, it's gonna feel like
It's
I'm
gonna you're gonna have a big advantage. I
yeah,
feel.
it has bigger lungs to kind of like get from there. So that's definitely like the pros of that. So,
Mm.
but like moving down, it would be like the tougher part. So
Yeah.
I know you said you like wanted to like travel a bit. Speaking of like me like doing, I know you said you wanted to like come over whenever I moved down there. You said
Yeah.
you were gonna come like every other month. I was like, and realistically, I'm like, would your ass come every other month? I'm like,
I was
that's a
I
big, that's a
I was
big move.
like it like I like at the time that I said it,
Yeah,
it's gonna sound like I'm negging, but at the time that I said it, I meant it.
yeah,
But looking back, and I'm like these prices
yeah,
and everything like that. I'm like,
yeah,
it's like that's gonna be expensive.
yeah. That's what I was confused about.
I'm gonna call like will I text you and
Yeah,
bother you all the time?
yeah,
Hell yes.
yes.
However, we're gonna say like let's let like I'm gonna say realistic goal
Yeah,
is once like every let's say once every 2 to 3 months and see what happen like and see how much that is.
I'm not gonna lie. I think it would be once every 6 months. Honestly,
Damn,
the reason why, because like you have your own life. I have my own life.
that's fair.
You have all this stuff that happens, and then like things pop up, money and stuff like that, and like trying to get everything going. It's like you just, it's hard to do that, especially like trying to like get to another state. It's fun to like come and visit and things like that, but like trying to get up to somewhere like that is it's I think it would be tough. So I think like realistically for me, I would think it would be every six every 6 months.
We like I can definitely try like do
Yeah,
that.
and I think that'd be good. I think that'd be more realistic than like saying like once every 2 or 3 months, because like it's a big drive and stuff like that. And then
Yeah. I mean, I'm looking forward to it.
yeah, it'd be fun though. It definitely would. It'd be a good little thing. Like I said, we'll see once when everything happens and like kind of go from
See, all I know is that when I come out, I'm need you like you have like a whole bunch of like leeway time.
yeah.
Like you know a month in advance, so you can't be like, oh, I didn't know you were coming out.
Oh no,
No, no,
like
no, no.
yeah.
You know exactly when I'm
Yeah, no,
coming out.
and if you're coming over and stuff like, especially if you're coming over for that, I'd like no, it'll be like no gaming, no like streaming, no anything like that, unless I have free time in like the afternoon time. Cause like if you're coming over like that, it's like kind of like it's kind of like you only get a limited time to be there, so I might as well spend a lot of time, much time as I can around. So like that
Yeah,
would be that. And same thing if I came down here or whatever, be kind of similar thing. Cause like you don't want to like I wouldn't like spend my time like doing that because I'd be kind of disrespectful. It's like when you come down here, I feel like bad sometimes when I be streaming like and then you come like a random time and I'm like I just started stream and I'm not getting off stream, but like
no, 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 no.
that
I'm becoming like that's why I like to be honest. Like if you notice, that's why I bring my laptop.
yeah
Cause I'll be like I'll bring my laptop. I'll bring a book or
yeah
whatever. I'm like I feel like a creeper sometimes because I just be chilling behind the couch and I'm like,
nah
yeah, I see you out here. Don't
yeah
die.
yeah
Don't die when you playing your game.
yeah. So like yeah, it's funny though. It's just like more so just like but I do feel bad. 'Cause I'm like yeah, we don't get to talk too often. We especially we get to like do that, but then talking like that or talking like in person, it's like that when you're coming over. I'm gaming. I'm like yeah, feel bad. That's why like last time you came, I had the headphones like halfway.
You had
off.
I saw your left ear was like
Yeah,
empty
but
the most of the time.
yeah, but also too like I know sometimes I can't put advantage, especially if I play like a rank game and stuff like that. I gotta be very focused. If I'm playing like a regular pub game and like stuff like that, it's kind of good. And I kind of talk to you and kind of like bring in like the chat and stuff like that, and then try
Yeah.
to bring in with like people that I like follow me and stuff like that, kind of and friends and things like that to like
Yeah.
involve you and stuff like that. So
Of course.
it's kind of like what I do all the time. So like okay, it's not that bad, but like it's just kind of just but no yeah. Is there anything else? Anything like anywhere else you want to like kind of like travel or do anything from? Or
So
either this year or like in the future?
so I know like one of the things that we talked about was a New Orleans trip
Yeah.
for this coming year. That's something I definitely am looking forward to. That's like that honestly is one like a spot that I've been wanting to go to for a long time,
Yeah.
and I'm haven't bought the tickets yet, so looking at prices and everything. But that's something I'm really looking forward to. Uh, One place that I think might surprise you a little bit because I don't know, like, because honestly started thinking about this recently, was places where I can go to and experience something new without a passport.
Okay.
So one of those places was like the U.S. Virgin Islands down in the Caribbean, for
Okay.
example, or Guam was like Guam, the American Samoa,
Yeah.
like something where it's um, America, but different. Like it's a interesting sub kind of. I don't want to say subcategory, but you know what I'm trying to
Yeah.
say.
I get what you're saying.
Where it's just like you experience like some different stuff.
Yeah.
Uh,
Different
and
culture.
different culture, different history as
Yeah.
well. So like that's something that I've been thinking about and just kind of seeing. I don't know how much it will be like with prices these days. Like
Yeah.
that comes into play. Um, but yeah, like that's one of the things I'm thinking about right now.
Yeah. So my biggest thing with that is like why wouldn't you want to get passport? Like or why would you like you say you're trying to find a place without passport, why wouldn't you just get your passport? I know it's not that hard. Like it's a little process for it, but still I think you can get a lot I guess like a lot better.
See, my thing is that you like I do, yes. However, I don't I want it now, and like the appointment is like not until April when
Wait.
I could go to like the post office.
Oh, so you had an appointment to get your passport?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's like in like late March,
oh, so you,
early April.
so you're working on it. So,
Yeah,
okay.
I'm just saying like if we were like, you know what, we going on vacation,
Yeah.
I like that's cool. I just can't leave the country.
Yeah.
Do you have your wait? Do you have your passport?
I had one at one point. It's
Oh,
expired.
expired.
Yeah.
Do you all you have to do is just go online?
Probably not. I probably would have to go in and do all that stuff and things like
Dang.
that. So it's like I said, I don't plan on like leaving the country no time soon. So like or anything like that, just because like I don't have money to like even go anywhere in the United States. So going out the country is probably out the question as well.
Because you went to Canada for the Survivor.
Yes, I went
thing.
to pretty much the west coast of Canada. So like, almost on it was like the border of Canada and Alaska.
Oh shoot!
So I went all the way west.
See,
So,
I thought you meant like the Washington border.
no,
No, you talking about the actual
I'm
wilderness.
going over.
Shoot.
I went way far out. So
They say if you make it back, you make it back.
I had-
Not.
I had three planes. Like one, and one of them was like a small plane. The last one was a small plane because it went from like a smaller airport, or it went to a smaller airport. So
I believe it.
but the thing about that though is like that was my first time ever flying my whole life, and I had to fly by myself. So
You
that
didn't
was
have like anybody on with like in
no,
that group with you.
not that I knew of. Like until like the last flight, then I met the people that I was going into like the program with.
Dang.
But other than that, I didn't know nobody. So I have to like go from terminal to terminal by myself, and that was like the first time I've ever done that. So like
That was
me
your like middle school or high school?
high school, I was going into my senior year of high school.
Okay, so it wasn't like you were just like a kid just
Nah,
going through.
but still, didn't know what I was doing
Yeah.
either. So like it was kind of like a tough little thing to do. So, but yeah, it was definitely a trend. It was definitely like a hard thing because like I'm almost missed a flight because I was sitting there and no one was there for a while. I had a big layover, and then all of a sudden I was like, I thought I heard my name on the intercom, and then I realized I looked at the thing and it was like the terminals changed. I didn't know that was a thing,
Mm.
and then I had to sprint all the way across, and then I found the spot, and then I barely got on the plane because they was about to shut the doors, and when they shut the doors, it's like you can't. They won't let nobody on.
Dang.
So I did it. Learned my lesson with that. Kind of like going from there.
Mm.
Lost. This is the thing about my passport. I don't have it. I lost it in Canada. So
Oh wait. So how did you get back?
I had to go through customs and answer questions and kind of like get through like that way, and then they let me on.
Snap.
That's like the last flight because I got. So the thing was, I was supposed to go home that night, the night before, but that what happened was the flight got canceled, but I had insurance, so I had another hotel. So I stayed in like a 5-star hotel in Toronto.
Oh,
And it
nice.
was like really nice. And then I was supposed to go in the morning, but soon as I got to the I guess the airport, or not airport, the hotel, I couldn't find my passport. I had to show my passport when I had to get the insurance. But then after that, I don't know where I put it. So just like I don't know where it's at. So that's what last time I seen my passport. So
Was that like a representative by the embassy that was like, hey, we talked to their family, like they live in North Carolina, da da da, or was it really just like very individualized?
it's very individualized. That you go through this line, and then you kind of like they just ask you a couple questions about your life, or like they know like everything about you.
Mm.
They basically know like what your parents' name, I think Social Security, stuff like that. Just
Okay.
they ask you like stuff like that, and then they look you up, and then they find out, and then they let you through. So yeah, so I got through there, made it back, and then things like that. So I haven't used my passport since that time, but I did have it at one point.
Mm.
I have gone through the process of had my passport, but that was like I said, I was in middle school, so not middle school. I was in high school, so it's been a while. So it's definitely expired. I think it's 10 years when it expires, so you have to get a new one every 10 years. So yeah, so there's I definitely want to travel some, but I definitely want to travel some parts of the United States too. I want to meet a lot of my Twitch friends, like people in. There's a friend in Arkansas. I want to meet people in Florida, people in Texas, people like all over. Like um, I want to meet and like
Would you do that while you're here in North Carolina, or would you do that once you move?
I think I'll probably do it when I get to Colorado, just mainly because I wouldn't have the time to I just have to save up like after I get this stuff going, and then after I get caught up from like bills right now and get caught up in the bills I need to pay,
Mm.
I'm probably going to have to get ready to like save money to like move to Colorado. So that's gonna be that this year. Then once I get settled in and stuff like that, maybe next year I can kind of like save up money. Maybe I get a position change or something like that. Because I'm hoping that once I move, I can kind of get like higher up. Stuff like
Yeah,
that with that. So
definitely.
definitely make more money and then kind of like go from there. So yeah. Pretty much that's all like the travel I want to do is mainly to meet up friends.
Mm.
And I think California, whenever I think they're changing it this next year. What I've heard speculation is they're moving to Los Angeles, not Los Angeles, moving to Las Vegas for a TwitchCon, and I definitely want to go to a TwitchCon.
Because it was in San Diego, right?
Yes, but I think they had a bad experience last time, and they just don't want it to happen again. It was too packed last time, and like from what I saw and like what all the videos were showing, and also like it was just like a lot of like honestly, it's like gamers who haven't got outside their house. A lot of people are like me, or like don't leave the house at all. So kind of like goes from there. So and whatnot. So we'll see how it goes. But definitely want to travel somewhere in the United States and at least like meet friends. So
Definitely.
I just gotta. But like I said, it's gonna be some time. I have some other things I need to get done, like tattoos and everything like that. So
What will be a new tattoo that you would get?
I'm getting another anime on my leg sleeve, right beside the one I have.
Is it one that I know or
It's Yu-Gi-Oh.
okay?
It's Dark Magician Girl. It's gonna be Dark Magician Girl, um, in Dark Magician colors, probably in a Dami Mommy type style. So, kind of like, you know, I like to make it a little different, a little like, kind of like what my style is, like what I like. So I'm just like, yep, we'll go with that, and then kind of move from and the the person who is going to make it, they love that stuff too, so it makes it fun for them as well.
Oh, it's the same person that you went to
Yeah,
before.
yeah. So like
Nice.
I've like talked to them about like different ideas and stuff like that, and they like most of my ideas or all of them.
Okay.
So like they definitely want to do it. So
Now that's really cool.
so yeah, we're definitely gonna go from there and kind of like see how that goes. But it was definitely something I'm probably going to get that before I leave North Carolina because I can't really do that unless I come back through, which be a while. So um yeah, so it's just kind of like just moving forward and kind of going from there. So
Definitely. Got you.
yeah, you got anything else? Anything else you want to say? Anything?
You a slut?
You a hoe?
You a bitch?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's all we have on the BHS podcast. I hope y'all all have a good one. This one is a little bit personal, a little bit like get to know us a little bit more, kind of our friendship, and kind of like future and stuff like that. So, hope everyone has a great week, and a great day, night, everything. Hope you have a good one, and we'll catch you on the next one. See ya.
See you.